Elon Musk purchased Twitter, and people don't know how to feel about it. Let's jump right into it. Elon Musk has purchased Twitter for approximately $44 billion. If you were keeping up on it, like most people on the internet were, you know that for a while now, the board of Twitter has been trying to keep him out with the poison pill, with all these weird tactics, the poison pill enabling other shareholders to purchase the stock at a smaller price in a response to a hostile takeover like Elon Musk was doing. Well, it worked. It worked. Elon Musk owns Twitter, and Twitter and the internet's going to be way better for it. There's a lot of people that are saying this is not great because he's a billionaire. I understand he's a billionaire. We also got to understand that Jeff Bezos is a billionaire, the guy who owns Washington Post. There's plenty more billionaires. I didn't prepare any, and I can't rattle them off the top of my head. Jeff Bezos is the clear guy up against Elon Musk. But nobody really said whoop like this. We didn't have response from Congress like we had with Elon Musk purchasing Twitter. Like we have with Elon Musk purchasing Twitter. You have Nancy Pelosi, I believe, coming out. I know you have Jen Psaki coming out and saying that now we're going to do something about this in the legislation. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. It's weird how this became a bipartisan issue. This is going to be good for everyone, left and right. I guarantee that. This is going to be good for content creation. It's going to allow more things. Will there be bad? Of course there will be bad. Freedom will inherently have bad qualities. There's a price for freedom. And most Americans understand that. That's kind of an American entrenched belief that there's definitely a price for freedom. And we're going to see it with Elon Musk coming in. He's going to let some people, fly some insults. Maybe. I'm sure directed insults or directed threats won't be allowed on the forum. I doubt it. It's not allowed in real life. You can't threaten somebody without somebody doing something about it legally. And I imagine I wouldn't think legally something would happen on Twitter unless something actually went through. But if you said some stupid shit on Twitter, you're probably gonna get taken down, and you should get taken down. Don't threaten people on Twitter. Don't threaten people. That's wild. Well, listen, people are freaking out left and right. Some people are leaving, saying they're gonna leave. People thought Sean King left for a little bit. He's still there. He's still kicking, so it don't matter. They're gonna stay here. The same people that said they were gonna leave when Trump was winning, the same people that are on Twitter, they're gonna stay. We're seeing weird things happening with the number. It's possible that Twitter shut down an algorithm that was shadow banning people, not letting them do, because we have prominent political figures who are gaining subscribers or Twitter followers, and we have prominent political figures who are losing Twitter followers. And so far, from what we see, it's along party lines. We don't really know what to think of that. Is that new users? At the moment, anyway, we don't know what to think of that. It's so fresh. This news is so fresh. What's happening right now, everything's still developing. Is it new users just coming back to the platform? Or did the engineers at Twitter, flick the switch off before the final sale really went through, before the transferring of all whatever data Twitter has? We don't know. So there's a lot of people that are speculating. For instance, Tim Pool really does believe, at least the last that I saw on Twitter, that it is a result of an algorithm switch. The gain of subscribers for certain people along party lines is a result of an algorithm switch. We don't know. The removal of the algorithm and the open source nature of the code will be better for creators. You're not gonna have things happen like a hunting creator gets shut down because they're so dependent on advertisers that they can't let you do stuff like that. They can't be too controversial. Elon Musk has addressed the fact that you can't have a free speech entity exist while feeding off of another entity like through a advertisement business model. And so he wants to switch it over, maybe have like a Twitter Plus. That's something he said. So you can have like a check mark. I remember him saying this. He wants to set up something so you can pay to have a check mark that doesn't mean a public figure check mark, more of a verified check mark. And it's things like this. It's things like this that we need as content creators, as people in general. We need a free space to be able to talk. Even Jack Dorsey, the former CEO of Twitter, has come out in support of this. But we got to be, take his shit with a grain of salt. Homeboy became a billionaire off of this deal. Just almost a billionaire, if I'm correct. Something in the $900 million. A lot of landscapes are shifting. I think freedom is winning right now. Content creators, things are going to get better. Especially on YouTube. YouTube still serves a lot of people very well, as it should. But in the past, we've had more creators. We have had more creators in general. We've had more creators making money in the past. We didn't have all these, in-video advertisements, and it really comes down to YouTube entities like Alphabet. They don't want controversial shit. They want to be able to hoard any kind of advertisement money that they can, even though they have a way of making money not through advertisements with YouTube Red. So it's weird. I mean, obviously, they're making money hand over fist. They're the biggest video platform on the internet. So I'm sure they're playing, very very loose with how they handle things. They're not their rules for years has been very undescriptive. And I'm bringing up YouTube for a reason, because we need more freedom in these spaces the same way we're getting in on Twitter. I am not active on Twitter. I never thought I would. I might now, because I might actually thrive. I might actually be able to say things that I want to say, and that's a plus. That's an absolute plus. It's always a negative if you're making it so that you're incentivizing people to censor themselves. The quality of the content will go down. You'll lose subscribers because people are going to go somewhere else, and it's just going to end up fragmenting people. Luckily, you got great thinkers like Elon Musk. I don't know if he's a great. I mean, obviously he's a great thinker in the sense he's getting a lot of things done. He's got the spaceships. He just picked up Twitter. He's making some cars. He's having you roll around. Hopefully, more people like him call some shots. I doubt it. I doubt we're going to see it for a while. I think Twitter's going to be the first bastion of this for a long time. A long time. And it's going to take some time for, let's say, like a YouTube to adjust their market. But I think ultimately they will have to. Ultimately, and this could mean, 7 years down the line, really. I don't know. I think ultimately these are bad business practices. That's why Twitter stock was going lower and lower. And it had to kind of jump in the election cycle, I believe, but it kept going lower and lower. I remember I had a teacher who used to work in Wall Street, and he was back in high school. And I remember him talking about how Twitter is not a good investment. It's not looking good for the future. And I looked at Twitter like that ever since he said something like that, because then I looked into it, and I looked into their practices like censorship, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't like where this is going. I think now we're going to see Twitter blossom. We're going to see creators blossom. It's going to be great. Hopefully, we're going to be able to turn over Twitter interactions into YouTube views, because that's where the money's at. You're not making too much money on Twitter. Some people are. You got a lot of reply guys. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking big forward to it. I'm looking forward to a happy day on Twitter, to a happy day on YouTube. That'll come one day. Either on YouTube or another platform, we're going to be able to post whatever we want to post. We're finally utilizing technology in a correct way, if you ask me. Making sure that people can say the things that they want, making sure that crucial information doesn't get censored. I don't even need to bring up the stuff that Twitter has censored. We all know. We all know. And that's why these business practices, they're not going to work in the end. The customers see exactly what you're doing, and Twitter is getting their shit together, as you should, YouTube, and anything else. Have a wonderful day, man. And this is just me spinning on the mic, saying something. I'm out.